Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here on a hacked Injustice Gods Among Us Android account that is not actually mine, but given to me by a guy named Uranus is Nice. About to give you an Injustice Gods Among Us video. In this video, I wanted to do some gameplay on the Master's Death Card. Keep in mind, I do not hack the game, and will never hack the game. However, I know there's been a lot of people asking what the Master's Death Card is, and just so you guys can see, I'm on my Samsung Galaxy Tab S2, not on my iPad, where obviously I do play 100% legit on iOS, and always will, but on Android, I did a little campaign on the account. I still have my account, and I might even do some gameplay videos in the future on my Android account, but this is showing off the Master's Death Card. So after tag in, enemy blocking stops less damage for 6 seconds. So if you have a problem with Fourth World block spamming, or any other things like that, or even Lexport, you're going to be able to do a little bit more damage to them, and that's a big deal. So the opponent's team takes 15% damage from your special attack. So Special 1 will do area damage, Special 2 will do area damage. Super moves will not do area damage. If you want area damage on super moves, use a Batman and use the Batmobile. So the opponent also takes 35% damage from your combo. So on a character like Jessica Cruz, this is devastating. On a character like Flashpoint Deathstroke, this is devastating. And a 100% chance to deal 20% unblockable damage on tagging. So you can see Ares currently has 82,000 damage. So when Ares tags in, he should be able to do about 20,000 damage. So by that logic, he should be able to just wipe out Doomsday on tagging. So let's go and do that now. Now I'm on my Android account, so the load times are going to be a little bit increased. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we're going to do a bunch of area damage to Shahweh Habibi. 69,000 damage from the Godsmack. That's pretty good. So remember, you can use the Master's Death Card as extra area damage. And if Ares does 69,000 damage to somebody else, that's ridiculous. And that could be off one gear item. 1,068 XP, 1,090 credits. So now let's go online with this very same team. And there you can see the new season is Ares. So with that said, let's take Batgirl. Let's take Ares. And let's take Gaslight Batman just because we can. Now, I don't have gear on the other ones. I probably should. So let's throw on Astro Harness and 2 damage gear, and Gaslight Batman should have no problems dealing with people. So let's use the Prometheum Longsword and the Netherrealm Comma. I obviously am not alphabeticalizing the stuff because there's no point. And for Batgirl, we're going to use the Cloak of Destiny, Nanocarbon Mask, and the League of Assassin Depth Knives, and you can kind of guess where I'm going with that. So let's take off her Nanocarbon Mask, and let's do some single matches here. So we're going to try to show off Ares and how much area damage he can do on his special too. So let's go find a single match here. Hopefully we get some high health opponents. Alright, so Arkham Knight team, this could be devastating. So I think the play here is to soften up Catwoman, get in Batgirl, and then wipe her out with Ares. I think that's the way we could do it. We could also use Gaslight Batman. So let's just do... Looks like that. Well, we're going to do the same thing. So let's test out the Piercing Darkness. It's doing some pretty good damage. Cat Claws is going to get blocked. Unfortunately, we don't have Astro Harness active. Look at that damage. 22,000 damage. Catwoman is going to get tagged out. There is that, but look at it stop the effect there. So that was pretty cool. Now let's get Ares in, who's almost at 2 bars. There we go. And there's the block mitigation coming in. Ares basically just wipes out Catwoman, and you can see the damage dealt. Arkham Knight Batman is probably going to get rid of Ares here, though. But you got a better glimpse of the area damage that came down. Yep, Ares does go down. There's the third layer of invulnerability, and Arkham Knight Batman is going to get eliminated. So you can see the pretty cool stuff there with Ares and the Master's Death Cart doing ridiculous area damage as well. 12,480 XP. 5,000 battle points, 900 credit. Now for our next demonstration, let's use Flashpoint Deathstroke with the Master's Cart. So we're going to use an entire Flashpoint team. Let's use Batman. And let's use Deathstroke, and let's throw the cart on him next.
Deathstroke.
So we can actually test out the area damage on combo. We definitely want to use the Prometheum Longsword, but I'm also thinking Super Pill just to sustain healing. So let's put on the overpowered Super. Let's get the Master's Death Cart. And let's get the Prometheum Longsword. Now, for Flashpoint Batman, a lot of people do like to use the Astra Harness. Well, I'm no different. So, we're going to use the Astra Harness, Blade of the War God. Actually, I think I'm going to go two-piece LexCorp just for a little bit more defense. So, let's use the LexCorp chest armor and the helmet. Now, for Flashpoint Aquaman, we're going to load him up with a bunch of dot damage. So, let's use the Ibistic. And it should be all the way in the T's. So here's the Ibistic. Let's also throw on the Tantu totem just because we can. And let's throw on the Heart of Darkness. We're gonna even, actually, let's go Enchantress gear. That gear might even be more annoying. Alright, so again in this fight, we want to test out the combo ender aspect of the Master's Death Card, because that's a mechanic I really want to see. And also the reduced blocking damage could be really good. So we have a mirror match here. This could be dangerous. We have slightly higher stats though. At least on paper. Alright, so let's see who has Astra Harness for the opponent. Usually they put the Astra Harness on Flashpoint Batman, but let's see. Nope, it is on Deathstroke. I don't know how we gained a bar of power from that. Look at the damage. 30,000 from a combo ender. And you can see the area damage coming into play as well. Aquaman doing some damage now, though. We're going to heal it right back up. Unfortunately, Deathstroke's going to go down here, but you can see that the combo damage really wasn't that big of a deal. We're going to have to deal with the Barrier Reef, but we're going to get some nice bleed damage in, and you can see just how annoying that is. We're going to go up another one. Batman is pretty much gone. Now we're going to get our Astral Harness in, get Deathstroke down to 10% health. And he goes down from a crit to the battering, so Master's Death Card is definitely interesting. I don't think it's the overpowered juggernaut I thought it would be. But, yeah, it's pretty good. 12,480 XP, 5,000 battle points, 900 credits. But you saw with the Flashpoint team, it did actually work pretty well. You did see some area damage. It wasn't anything ridiculous. But the chance to deal unblockable damage on tagging is definitely a nice little boost of damage. So the opponent takes damage from special attacks and damage from combo ender. That's basically the last hit of the combo ender. Let's try that again. Let's do one more fight with this same team. And then we're going to try to get some block breaking and just extra damage in. So we have Kami 009, again a Flashpoint team. This one has Batman first. The other one had Deathstroke first. Okay, so Batman does not have Astral Harness. There's the block mega. I don't know why it's giving him a bar of power. Why is Deathstroke gaining a bar of power? There the combo ender stopped. So you can see that the combo ender is not really coming into play. That's a lot of damage. One-man armor's not going to do much here. So there's the second layer of invulnerability. Point blank is not going to do much because we had the Lex spray. Yeah, you can see that the area damage on Combo Ender is not really coming into play, at least with Flashpoint Deathstroke. You're not really seeing that. So unfortunately, Flashpoint Deathstroke's Combo Ender doesn't seem to work really well with the Master's card. You're not going to get any like ridiculous value. It's not going to be game-changing in my opinion. So the Master's Death card at first glance doesn't seem all that impressive. Like, you're definitely going to get some value with Ares with the extra area damage. I think that's the best use for the Master's card. Obviously, in long-term gameplay, you're going to see more value when it comes to extra effects. So let's use a Rebirth Team next, and we're going to try the cart with Jessica Cruz. So let's use Rebirth Jessica Cruz. We got Green Arrow in. Let's also use Rebirth Raven, because I really love that card. And let's use Jessica Cruz now. So for Rebirth Raven, I'm going to put 2-piece LexCorp on her. I think I'm going to do the Claw of Horus, just to be annoying. Could also go 3-piece LexCorp, but I think Shattering here is good. So for Rebirth Jessica Cruz, let's put on... Maybe we should have less damage. Let's do the Gauntlets of Azrael. So we're going to use the Master's Death cart. Let's use the Gauntlets of Azrael, so we're not doing too much damage. I don't know my G's. And for the third gear item, let's use Killer Croc Companion card Evolve just for some defense. That way we can try to show off the Master's Death card a little better. And Rebirth Green Arrow. Let's put on the Super Pill with him. So we got the overpowered Super. Let's do the Prometheum Longsword. And for defense, I'm going to use the Omega Battle Plate. I could use the Fourth World Helmet. That probably wouldn't be bad either. But let's use the setup. Again, we're going to try to combo ender with Jessica Cruz. I want to try to show off the Master's card and if the area damage is absolutely relevant. We know that the damage on tagging is pretty good. We also know that the reduced unblockable damage is really good too. We might have some problems with Earth to the Flash. We'll have to see. That's where Astro Harness would really come into play with Earth to the Flash. Because if he stuns with a bar of power, it's basically game over to somebody. But we'll have to see. Because it is a chance to stun on tag and not guaranteed. We also have to be careful for Arkham Knight Batman. Alright, so let's see the area damage now if we can get a combo off. That special is going to do a little damage. Okay, watch the damage. Looks like it all comes at the very end, but it didn't look like much. Looks like Fourth World is on Batman. So, yeah, the area damage comes at the very end of the combo. So you have to actually finish your combo ender in order to do the area damage. And granted, we're not really using damage gear on Jessica Cruz, so this is not a fair assumption. And we're going to the Twilight's End on a stun Arkham Knight Batman. And there's a gear shatter. Luckily, we did not get a stun. We were also blocking. And there is 3 bars somehow. So I'm wondering if it's the gear item causing damage and actually generating power from it. That almost takes out the Flash. That would be a nice elimination if we did. So Power Drain reverse. He's got Lex, but we're able to get rid of him. Battering Ram's going to do a little bit of damage. Thank you for the power. Let's get off the Deadly Sin and try to get rid of Jessica Cruz. This is why I really love Rebirth Raven. It's such a fun card because you just manipulate power over and over and over again. So it looks like Jessica Cruz has Astro Harness on, which is super annoying. Yeah, it hits like multiple times. So it's got that Arkham Knight Harley Quinn effect on the damage. Now we're going to heal up. We're going to go after getting the hang of this. Arkham Knight Batman gets stunned by the kilowatt, resurrects, batter up. Arkham Knight Batman almost gone. So let's look at the effect again from the Master's Death card. Yeah, that basically almost generated a whole bar of power there. So it has that extra effect that it does its damage over multiple hits that can work for and against you. It's going to be really good to actually use the Master's Death card with Killer Frost because they're going to generate less power when you actually do that effect. So I'm going to try the Earth 2 experiment because you can actually use that to your advantage. So we're going to try Earth 2 the Flash, Solomon Grundy, and Killer Frost next. But I threw the Claw of Horus in there just to kind of deal with Fourth World because we know how annoying that can be, and Claw of Horus basically nullifies that tenfold. So we're going to go with Earth 2 Solomon Grundy, the Flash, and Killer Frost in our final experiment. As you know, this combination basically kills power generation when you have an Earth 2 character in your team. So with that said, I'm going to throw in Earth 2 the Flash and Solomon Grundy. I'm going to throw the cart on the Flash. And I'm really curious on how that interacts. So with Earth 2 the Flash, we're going to throw on the Cloak of Destiny. I'm also going to throw on the LexCorp helmet just for extra crit damage. You can also go the League of Assassins hood because that'll also give you crit damage as well. And it does give you crit chance on basic attacks as well. So I think we're actually going to go that route. And we're going to throw the Master's Death card as well, because that should also give you extra crit damage. So it's a weird setup. Don't use this setup normally. With Earth 2 Solomon Grundy, I'm going to go with the entire LexCorp set. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go 2-piece LexCorp, and I'm going to go Ibistic. That way his Special 2 does more. Actually, I'm going to go with Astro Harness just to kind of sustain and survive a little better.
Solomon Grundy.
And with Killer Frost, I'm going to go full Fourth World on her just to give us a power drain on Special 2. So if you're watching this video late, I am not using one of my own accounts. Somebody actually gave me an account to use. So we're going to be doing a video on the Master's Death card. We're also going to be doing a video on the Tantu totem, which is something I'm really curious about. So we're going to do a 3-battle matchup with this just to kind of show it off a little better and to see if we can get a little more challenge here. Alright. So in the first battle, we have KYEY 1977 going up against Killer Frost, Rebirth Jessica Cruz, 600 Wonder Woman. Kind of a mirror match, but we have the advantage of Earth 2 the Flash killing any power generation. Although Jessica Cruz usually does have Ra's al Ghul Scimitar, so we'll have to see. Cold as Ice is going to do nothing. Now let's get in Earth 2 the Flash. We did not get a stun on Killer Frost, but you can see the area damage trickling in. Jessica Cruz is going to come in. We're going to go off the lightning kick. Now let's get Earth 2 Solomon Grundy back in. You see the slowdown from the Flash helping as well. There's the battering ram. We got a stun, and somehow she blocked during it. Now keep in mind, that's also going to prevent some of the block damage. Why did it look like there was area damage from something too? So Killer Frost is going to get rotted away. Let's get off the cleaver spin and get rid of Killer Frost. So Jessica Cruz is back in. So it looks like the stun component from the Master's Death card interrupts with Earth 2 the Flash. That kind of sucks. And there's Earth 2 the Solomon Grundy stunning as well. Look at that slow combo in this. Jessica Cruz can't even get to a bar of power. So Jessica Cruz is gone. We're going to go off the lightning kick on Wonder Woman just so we have enough time to tag out the Solomon Grundy. And that shatters and stuns. Beautiful. So Aga's Wrath, that's going to be the only specialist he's going to be able to get with power generation. Yeah, the Master's Death card works against Earth to the Flash. So I do not recommend putting the Master's Death card on the flag. It looks really cool, but it's going to totally screw up the way you use them. If you're using the Master's Death card, put it on Solomon Grundy. You're probably going to get a little more benefit out of that. But you can see that the opponent gaining power when taking damage is completely nullified because of the Earth 2. So it's not entirely useless. I just think it's better to put it on Earth 2 Solomon Grundy. So in the second fight, we have Metahuman the Flash, Injustice 2 Superman, and Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. We can definitely use Solomon Grundy's gear shattering on tag in to advantage with Injustice 2 Superman, who's going to be super hard to deal with. No Killer Frost, though. And it looks like it stuns through the Astro Harness. That's kind of neat. You're invulnerable, but you can still get stunned. There's Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. We can get to 2 bars. Yep, there's the stun. Speed Vortex on. Did I see 100,000 damage there? Holy crap. Why does it look like there's combo damage from the Master's Death card? Like, the area damage kicks in. There's the second layer of invulnerability, so we want to tag out after that goes away. There's Injustice 2 Superman with 4th roll. Can't do a special until we get rid of that shield. Let's get off the cleaver spin. He's probably going to tag out here. If not, he's going to... Yep, there he goes. So there's Metahuman the Flash. Second layer of invulnerability. We're going to go off the black ice. And Astro Harness saves Metahuman the Flash. Now let's get off the cold as ice. Unfortunately, it gets blocked. So let's get Solomon Grundy in and try. This one is going to get mitigated, so if we can get an Earth to the Flash stun, Injustice 2 Superman is basically going to die. Like, immediately. We did not get a stun, but that's still going to do a lot of damage. Over 150,000 damage. If we got a crit, he would have basically been obliterated. Let's get off the lightning kick, because the 4th hit should hit on Superman, and it does not pop the shield because he blocked. Let's get in Killer Frost and pop that bubble. We did get a stun there. Let's get Solomon Grundy back in. Unfortunately, we're not shattering gear here, but if we can land one stun ability, Earth to the Flash is basically going to eliminate it. There it is. There's the stun. We're going to have the Speed Vortex. 103,000 damage. That's a lot. Now, unfortunately, his move does not actually one-shot somebody, but it's still pretty good. And we're going to go off the Can't Stop Grundy because it's stunned. And that is going to be enough to get rid of him. So yeah, the Death card is pretty fun. And it does still work with Earth to the Flash. So it does not work against it. But it's an interesting mechanic. Needless to say. You do generate power from the Master Death card on tagging in. And with the power dampening, they can't gain power. You still gain it. 5,000 battle points, 3,900 credits. So, needless to say, it's very interesting how the Master Death card works. And this video should give you a great idea on it. So, more than likely, Astro Harness in this fight is on Flashpoint Batman. Injustice 2 Superman probably has 4th world, and the damage dealer is the 3rd person.
Begin.
Now, as you can see, Flashpoint Batman cannot generate power because of the Earth 2 Solomon Grundy. So if we get a shatter on Astro Harness, I would love it. Winged Avenger going to do a little bit of damage there. And Speed Vortex on Batman. Keep in mind you can still use the Death card to mitigate block damage as well, so it's not useless. You're still going to do more damage on your special. There's the 2nd layer of invulnerability already. Solomon Grundy is in trouble. We have to get up to a special too. I don't think he popped his shield up. Well, Superman does not have Fourth World. That's good. We need to get Flashpoint Batman back in. There's the second layer of invulnerability, courtesy of rot damage. So I think we're just going to YOLO. Let's YOLO Killer Frost Black Ice. Let's see if we can get rid of him that way. Or if it'll trigger... No, it does trigger Acid on him. But, if we can land a stun, no we don't. He's able to block, that sucks. Let's get off another lightning kick anyway. Now we're going to get Killer Frost in. Look how slow he's attacking. Can you imagine that with Killer Frost, how slow that would be? Let's get off the Cold as Ice, get some damage on Superman. That does like 100,000. So Flashpoint Batman has a heal on Special 1, but we have Annoying. That doesn't work too well. It looks like it didn't even put him at 0. So now we're going to have another lightning kick and get rid of him. Fourth shot is going to get blocked. Let's get off the Cold as Ice. And Can't Stop Grundy should be enough to get rid of Injustice 2 Superman. Yes, it is. So yeah, interesting gear setups, mostly used to try to show off the Master's Death Cart. What do you guys think about the Master's Death Cart? Do you guys think it's pretty cool on Earth 2 The Flash? Do you guys think it's better on a Flashpoint character? Or do you think the gear item sucks? What do you guys feel about the gear item? Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. And have a wonderful day, kids. Thank you, Uranus is nice. I forget your YouTube name, for letting me show off the Master's Death Card.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!